Hi, Blake with BlvdHome, and today I was just told I'm going to be asked some questions. I'm not sure what the questions are, but we brought Morgan along with us again today. And so what do we got today, Morgan?
So basically what we got is I'm going to be asking you appliance questions, this or that, rapid fire edition. 3 to 5 words if you have an explanation, or 1, just the answer of it.
Okay, got it. I can do this, I think. Normally I get prepared for stuff like this, but we'll see.
Okay, first up we have washing machines. Top load or front load?
Front load.
Laundry tower or stacked washer and dryer?
Oh, laundry tower.
Agitator or no agitator?
If you're gonna go top load, having an agitator, yes.
Okay. Whirlpool or LG?
Top loaders, I would probably say LG.
GE or Samsung?
Oh, GE.
Direct drive motor or belt drive motor?
Honestly, people ask this question all the time. They say direct drive motors are better. I don't think one's better than the other. I have about the same failure rate with both of them.
Normal cycle or deep fill?
Deep fill.
Speed Queen or Maytag commercial?
I think the Speed Queen's a better machine.
We'll go into dryers. Gas or electric?
This is gonna take more than 6 words to explain this, but I know we have videos on this. I would probably say gas, but it depends on your rates and your electric rates and a few other things.
Vented exhaust or ventless heat pump?
Regular exhaust, heat pumps are terrible. They're terrible. I don't care what anybody says, they're terrible.
Maytag or GE?
Top load or front load?
Top load.
Maytag.
Okay, what about a front load?
GE.
Moisture sensor dry or classic time dry?
If you have good venting, the automatic dry. But that all depends on your venting and how well it vents. Because if it doesn't vent well, it doesn't work right.
Drop down hamper door or side swing door?
Drop down hamper door is my favorite because you don't end up with clothes on the floor.
Lint screen on top console or inside the door?
I would say on the top is my favorite, but that's only in basically a matching top load set. Most of them have them in the door, but I prefer the one that goes down the top for one reason only, because people can't see the lint that accumulates down there and they don't freak out about it. That's my biggest thing.
DIY dryer vent cleaning or professional duct?
Both. Depends on where your ductwork is and how it vents through the house. If it's a really long vent, absolutely hire a professional. If it's a short vent where it's just you're connecting from the dryer and you're on an outside wall and goes to the outside wall, you can go around and check your venting. It doesn't take a professional for that, but for the big long runs or runs you can't see, hire a professional. I know I'm answering more than 6 words in this, but this is one of my pet peeves, so I have to just tell you this. I cannot tell you how much it drives me nuts when people say they cleaned their dryer vents out. And I say, how'd you do it?
Well, I cleaned as far as I could, and then I went outside and got my leaf blower and I stuck it on there and I blew it all out.
That doesn't take it out. I'm just telling you, hire a professional.
We're gonna go into washer dryer combos or
washer dryer combos, my favorite. All right, let's go.
Ventless heat pump combo or vented combo?
Vented combo.
GE Profile Ultra Fast or LG Wash Combo all-in-ones?
Wow. GE.
Samsung Bespoke Combo versus GE Profile Ultra Fast?
I can't give an honest answer to that one because I haven't dealt with the Samsung all-in-one unit too much yet, so I can't really give you an honest opinion on that. So I would have to just say by default would be GE, because I don't want to recommend it or not recommend it because I don't have enough experience with it yet that I really want to say it's going to be a better or worse unit, but I know what you're getting with the GE unit.
Auto dosing detergent versus using toss-in pods only?
The auto dosing, as long as you set the right parameters on your machine for the auto dosing, meaning if you're using concentrated soaps, you're using other types of soaps, because the machines are defaulted set for normal soaps, and you put the concentrated stuff in there, it puts too much in. So as long as you have some understanding of that and you read your owner's manual. I always say that, read your owner's manual. If you read your owner's manual and figure out how to put the right settings in for it, they work great. If you're putting the wrong soap in for the wrong setting, go with the pods.
Okay, now we're moving into laundry towers. LG wash tower or Electrolux laundry tower?
I would probably give a very slight edge to Electrolux, but honestly, with either one of them, you'd be fine.
Factory built-in tower unit or stacked separate machines with a kit?
Oh, a tower unit, absolutely. Because there's plus and minus. We've done videos on this, but the plus and minus to it, basically ease, because your controls are in the center. If you're short, it's kind of hard to reach up top, and you always have to pull the dryer off to fix the wash machine. So I would say the tower. Gas tower or electric tower? 6s. I mean, it could be either way.
Okay, now we're going into refrigerators.
All right, my favorite category.
First one is French door versus side by side.
French door.
Counter depth versus standard depth.
It depends on where you live, and if you, sometimes you have to have a counter depth because the way they've designed the walls and stuff, and you're stuck with it. But if I had a choice, I would go with the standard depth. Most people that have counter depths, unless they're kidless or they don't eat a whole lot, it's not going to fit, especially when you have parties or gatherings.
Bottom freezer or classic top freezer?
Bottom freezer.
Sub-Zero or Thermador?
We don't deal a whole lot with sub. We used to. Talking to some of my friends in the industry, I think, and their struggles with Sub-Zero, I would probably say Thermador.
Dual compressors or single?
Okay, I'm going to say dual compressor, but just knowing you're going to have double the repair cost potentially down the road. But I think if one dies, they both don't die. So I would say dual compressors.
Whirlpool versus Frigidaire galleries?
I know everybody on this channel thinks I'm a Frigidaire lover, so I say Frigidaire. The reason I'm hesitating, because I'm sure that everybody on this channel, like, Frigidaire's got to be paying you. I wish. Man, do I wish they were paying me.
Integrated indoor ice and water versus internal water dispenser?
I hate internal water dispensers. I hate them. Every time you have to get water, you have to open up a door. No one wants to go, let's open up the door and let's hold it open for a minute while we're getting water out of it. I mean, come on.
Craft ice spheres versus pebble/nugget ice?
If I had a choice, I'd say the mini ice.
Smart screen / family hub door versus sleek solid stainless steel?
Sleek stainless steel, because those hubs, if they break, I haven't had one break, but I've looked at the cost of them. I mean, if they break, man, that's an expensive repair.
Double drawer freezer or single deep pull out basket?
I would prefer to, if it does have a middle drawer, that you have adjustable controls where you can set it to make it a refrigerator or freezer. If you don't have that ability, I would say get the deep drawer bottom one.
Built-in autofill water pitcher versus traditional indoor panel?
Water pitcher, the auto filling.
Ice in the refrigerator compartment or the freezer compartment?
Freezer compartment, you have less problems with it.
Now we're going into dishwashers.
Okay.
Bosch versus Miele?
I would say Bosch, for sure.
Okay. KitchenAid versus Whirlpool?
I think KitchenAid's a little bit
isn't it?
different, but they are the same company. So I'm comparing Macintosh against a Green Apple. I would say of the two, KitchenAid would be the choice.
Stainless steel interior tub versus a plastic interior tub?
Stainless steel, because stainless steel is better for several reasons. One, you're not going to get the smells and stuff that's going to permeate into the plastic. Also, a lot of times with the new wash systems, they required that stainless steel for drying because it's a condensing type drying system where it's condensing to that outer tank. And if you don't have that, the plastic tubs just won't do it.
Dedicated third cutlery rack or traditional lower silverware basket?
The third rack, that's not even a fair question. And people that still want that cutlery rack in there, why? Just why? I go to so many people that have the third rack. I'm like, do you use it? I throw a knife up there. Forget it.
Exposed front controls versus top hidden pocket handle controls?
I would say what's called hidden controls on the top. I would say that's the one I would want.
Heated dry, an exposed element, or condensation dry, auto open door?
I like the condensation dry system, strictly not because of the drying part of it. It's actually more for the washing part of it, because I know the heater's in the motor, so I know it's going to heat up the water quicker and it's going to do a better job overall.
Hard food disposer, grinder versus manual ultra-fine mesh filter?
They always say there's a hard food grinder in there. I haven't found a dishwasher yet that's had a hard food grinder in it. It has a macerator that'll chop up the big stuff, but there might be one out there, and somebody's probably going to be typing on their keyboard madly right now. Yes, there is. It's this brand. And I've never seen it, but I like the mesh screen better because it'll trap most everything right there, and you can just fish it out.
Liquid gel detergent versus compressed hard powder pods?
Compressed powder, that's what I would go. Say no to gels. Now I'm going to get hate mail from people that manufacture that saying our stuff is great. Yeah, I know it's great.
Smart Wi-Fi status alert or simple floor light indicator beam?
I like getting push notifications. I know it sounds kind of funny, but I have it on my washer and I love it.
Integrated water softener built-in versus standard base model unit?
It depends on where you live. If you need a water softener and you don't have one in your house, and it's eating up your dishwasher, get one with a water softener. It'll save your appliances, save your dishes, save everything else. So definitely get it in the dishwasher if you don't have it in your house, if you're in a hard water area.
Panel ready, where they match the cabinets, or smudge proof stainless steel finish?
I am not a fan of panel ready anything, and the reason for it is because if that dishwasher breaks or down the road, that panel is custom fit to that dishwasher, and you're going to have custom woodwork done to make it fit the new dishwasher. So I would say get yourself a standard front. That way you don't have any issues with it down the road.
Okay, ovens and ranges.
All right.
Natural gas burners or induction cooktop?
Induction, that was a tough one. And I'll explain why, because I like them both. Induction, because the transfer is so much better with it, but gas, you have more control. I don't have more control, but you can see it. I like them both a lot.
Okay, electric, radiant, smooth glass top or gas?
Gas. That was not even a hesitation.
Wolf versus Thermador?
6s, I think they're about the same.
Cafe appliances or Frigidaire?
You know, I kind of like the GE ranges. You know, I mean, I like their gas ranges probably a little bit better than I do the Frigidaire one. See, I'm not a Frigidaire lover. They're not paying me for this, but now they're going to beat me up because I dissed their product.
Slide-in design with the front controls or freestanding design with the rear console controls?
I like the slide-in type just for look purposes. I like the look of it. It goes across your countertop. It gives you more workspace than having the control behind, because that does take up some space. So I prefer, if I had a choice, I would go that way, but a lot of people don't have that choice.
True convection or air fry?
I would say true convection, because you have more ability to use it other than just air fry.
With a pizza oven or without?
Without. It works. It's kind of gimmicky a little bit, but it does work. So I'm not saying it doesn't, it does. For me, my pizza oven's outside. You know, I've got a propane one I have outside. You know, it's made for outside. And when you're doing pizza, you want to do it outside anyway. I mean, who wants to do it in their kitchen? Just makes a mess.
High heat self-clean versus low temp steam clean mode?
I'd go steam clean, because you have less chance of failure from overheating the oven.
Blue interior enamel coating or standard dark gray black interior?
Black interior. The blue looks awesome, but if you scratch it, if you ding it, if you anything, it shows up like a ray of sunshine. You're always going to see it.
I have one in my house. My oven's blue.
Is it the inside? And you see everything that's inside it, don't you? I don't know. She doesn't cook, so.
I do cook. Excuse you. Wall ovens.
Wow, now she's getting sassy with me.
Double wall oven stack or combination microwave and oven unit?
Double oven. Microwaves and ovens, they shouldn't live together. I'm sorry.
Side swing French door or traditional drop down oven door?
You know, I like the side swing door, but there's very few manufacturers that build it, and they are expensive. But I like the side swing door, and the reason why is because if you're short, kind of like somebody that may be reading me questions, reaching across an oven door and pulling heavy things is kind of, you have to have short arms. It's really kind of heavy. With a side swing, you can open it up and you can get right close to it and easily pick up your stuff and take it out.
Integrated internal meat probe or external manual thermometer?
Thermometer. Okay. I prefer the internal meat thermometer, because you can actually see what the temperature is on the outside of the oven without opening it up and letting all that warm air out and having to let it cook longer, because you say, is it done yet? Is it done yet? Is it done yet? Yeah.
Miele versus Fisher and Paykel?
Miele.
Hidden lower baking element or exposed lower heating element?
Hidden. And people say, why? Because if they break, how do you repair them? Well, the biggest reason is I've had the breakage and the failure rate on the elements since they've been hidden has dropped significantly from when I started doing this, because people can't mess with it and pick it up and bend it and move it, and oh, it's not straight, and they bend it and that's what breaks them. And so
Microwaves. Over the range ventilation combo or a built-in drawer microwave?
They both have their advantages, but for ease of replacing it if it does break, I would say the micro hood.
Power inverter technology or traditional transformer heating components?
Traditional. They went to inverters for quite a long time, and they were having a lot of failures with them. We've done videos on microwaves, but I know it's gonna be longer. Forgive me, so just bear with me for a minute if you're watching this video like, you're talking, I know. But I can't do any more than 5 to 6 words, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it. I can do this, I think. Long story short, microwaves, standard microwaves, if you set it for 50% power in 1 minute, so for 30 seconds of that minute, you have full power of what's being applied to, cooking. Now with an inverter, you set it for 50% power, it cooks with 50% power for that full minute. And so it's just how it works differently. Traditional is more reliable, and it's been around forever, and they've used the same components, so that's the way I would go, because inverters, just with the inverter boards and stuff, they seem to have failures with them.
Automated sensor cooking or manual time and weight entry mode?
I like the sensor cooking, but you have to trust the sensor, and you have to not open the door because you think it's ready or you think it's overcooked. If you start opening the door, it throws the sensor off, and then it doesn't work right. So what happens, people open it up, they check it, they close it, and they say, oh, it didn't cook right. Well, that's because they're opening the door when it's actually measuring the stuff, because it uses humidity sensors and a few other things to make sure your food is cooked properly.
Okay, that's all the questions I got. Thank you so much for your time, Blake.
Well, thanks, Morgan. It's fun to have you to harass, and I give Morgan a bad time, but Morgan is fantastic. And if you ever have the chance to talk to her when you call in, she'll definitely take care of you. Thanks for watching. I hope this video has been kind of fun. It's kind of been fun for me. I didn't know how I was going to answer some of these questions. But if you have some questions on any of these subjects and you ask why, there are a lot of other videos that we've done previously. We've talked reasons why, and because I didn't know what I was going to be asked, but we do have other videos I know that are related to this. So check out our other videos. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again real soon.